Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on some common things you may have missed for The Walking Dead Season 5 premiere, The Walking Dead Season 5 Episode 1, No Sanctuary. Alright, and this one will, of course, contain spoilers for the premiere episode, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, you may or may not want to watch this, since I'm going to be giving away some things from the episode. So major spoiler warning with this one. Our first and most important catch, sort of, so to speak, after I was able to watch the episode a couple more times and, dig through some forums, hear what people are saying, do some analysis. The most important one, or the biggest thing that a lot of people miss, that unless you watch it a few times and really pay close attention, you would also miss, is the fact that after Rick writes "No Sanctuary" on the sign, we have, of course, the credits and all that stuff, the preview for next week's episode, the promo, and then we have the scene at the end with major spoilers. We see Morgan in the same location, as you can see right here. And of course, this brings to mind, when is Morgan seeing this? Is it right after Rick's group had already been there? Are we talking like, has Morgan arrived a few hours after Rick's group were there? Is he right on their tail? Where is he in accordance to them? Obviously, he's looking for someone. He's in the area. But is there a time difference between the two? And as you can see in this picture right here, we've got a picture-in-picture with, at the left side being the one from when Rick wrote on the sign, to on the right side the time when Morgan is getting to the sign. And as you can see, there is a huge difference in terms of the plant growth between the two. So in terms of chronological order, in terms of when we're seeing this, and The Walking Dead is usually fine-tuned, so I don't think it's a mistake. I can only conclude from this that Morgan is actually seeing this scene, or seeing this sign, far after Rick had already written that down. So I'm assuming Morgan, based on the amount of growth in the plants around it and the weeds and that, that would be, I would think, far after, in the course of maybe even months, if you consider the difference, from the left to the right. A lot more growth around it. So that's the biggest catch right there. Something you might have missed is thinking, as I did, that Morgan is arriving right after. We can clearly see from the just the tree growth, the plant growth, that's definitely not the case. He's probably there months after they were already there. So he's not very close to their tail at all when you think about it. Not even close. That is, unless, of course, it's a mistake, and just the difference in the times when they filmed the premiere and when they filmed that scene with Morgan is quite a bit, ahead in terms of, filming time. So I'm going to go with the idea that it's not a mistake and that it is intentional, and that based on this, Morgan is actually weeks to months behind the group. So he's arriving at this sign, at this checkpoint, if you will, weeks to months after Rick's group were already there. So he's actually not very close to them. Okay, the next one is actually this Bandit, I guess you could call him, who was intimidating Gareth and, having his way with the women of Terminus. This guy here, a lot of people think he looks like Negan. A lot of people think he's, I don't know. They just have an idea of him, and it seems like the episode, the way it was put together with the now and thens, this is actually a flashback sequence right here, as announced by Greg Nicotero, the director of the episode in Talking Dead. Actually, this guy is the same guy who came out of the train car when Glenn let him out, and he just doesn't look a lot similar because his hair is different and because of the lighting. You can tell from the smile, though, he is in fact the same guy as the guy who had tattoos on his face right here. So I think the main reason is because his hair color looks a lot different. He's got a beard. The tattoos, of course, are new. What they did, or really branding, if they're even tattoos, if they branded him across the face. I would assume that that's what Gareth and the others did, is they actually branded him right in the face, burnt his face. It is the same guy. You can compare both of them, and it's the same actor, same character, and yeah, so that sequence at the end is not happening after. I think it was just the way they used the word then that had a lot of people confused. But he is the same character. And next we have one that's not really confirmed. It's kind of just a neat little thing that you can kind of see. It's the very first zombie in the episode, the very first walker on the tracks before Carol says more, after she gives Tyrese baby Judith, and then she proceeds to go over and kill the zombie. A lot of people think it looks like zombie Andrea. Also, the wounds could be similar to what Andrea would have had if she had, shot herself, but had the bullet, let's say, not gone straight through to the brain and actually, gone up through the jaw, in through the eyeball and out the eye socket or something of the sort, leaving the zombie to still be alive. The clothing is similar, but the main thing is, the main similarity is that it has a pair of handcuffs on one hand, just like Andrea did at the time when she was killed off the series with Michonne watching. And just to give you a picture-in-picture type of idea, so there's a lot of similarities. Is it intentional? Is it unintentional? It's definitely not the same actress, I don't think. That's for sure. So with this one, I don't know where they're going with this. It could just be a coincidence. The clothes are not exactly the same. The zombie doesn't have the jacket on. Is it possible it could have come off somehow when she was being buried or something of the sort? Because people have pointed out that at the end of season 3, she would have been brought back to the prison, buried at the prison somewhere, which we know the prison is close. There's been a lot of noise nearby, so it could have wandered its way over here, as a lot of the characters have actually walked from the prison area over to Terminus, where they're at right now. It's possible. It's within the realm of possibility, I would say. And it is possible as well, too, that when Andrea shot herself, maybe she didn't destroy the brain. And in doing so, if she pulled to the right a bit, she's using right hand, it could have came out without actually killing her. So I don't know what to make of that. That's kind of up to you what you want to think with that. I don't know if it's intentional. I haven't heard anyone from the series weigh in on it, but we have seen lately they have been throwing in a few kind of fan Easter egg zombies. We saw the zombie in season 4 near the end there. I think it was the last few episodes we had the zombie from Day of the Dead. Bub, who's one of the most famous zombies there is, period, like in any show or anything. So I don't know. This is kind of one of those, maybe it's just a nod to fans, maybe it's just a fun thing, or maybe it's just totally unintentional coincidence that the zombie has a lot of similarities with Andrea. Weigh in this one in the comments below. Is it a little far-fetched? Yeah, maybe. But I thought I'd throw it in here anyway, since it's the topic of a lot of discussion. I wanted to weigh in on it. And my thoughts are maybe it's unintentional, but yet more possibly like a nod to fans who liked Andrea and miss having her in the series. And next we have a scene later on from near the end of the episode where Terminus is on fire, Terminus is burning, and Rick is wondering if it is still actually burning, so he kind of puts it out there. And he gets a response from Carol, who says, yes, it is, positively. Now, that's a reference to The Grove from season 4, where you had Mika, who points out, kind of showing her intelligence as well, too, that if the column of the fire or the smoke coming off of it is still black, then that means it is still burning. So kind of a cool little, tie-in there back to season 4 with The Grove. And the final one that I did mention in my review, which was pretty clear to see because it was in the trailer as well too, but just put it in there just so that this video is all encompassing for some things people may have missed, is the appearance of Sam. This character right here, played by the same actor who plays the Penguin in Gotham, as I mentioned in my review. First character to be killed off in the premiere. Right off the bat, first survivor to be killed. He looks at Rick. Rick kind of looks back at him thinking, oh shit, he's here. Damn it. Oh well. And he is from, of course, The Walking Dead Season 4, the scene where Rick and Carol run into him and his girlfriend, as pictured here. I thought it was kind of fun, just that they kind of tied up that loose end. People were wondering, I remember comments after Season 4 had ended, just asking for my thoughts on what they were going to do with this guy, if they were going to bring him back into the show, if we were going to ever see him again. And I think it's cool that they did bring him back, that we did get to see him again. It's a nice little, completion of his story. We can kind of fill in the blanks in between of how he got there. But it's just kind of funny that they threw him in there and, had him killed off right away. It's a character that we've seen before, we know, and that adds weight to it rather than it just being nobody there that we don't know at all. So pretty cool. So there's all the different things. There's 5 of them that you may have missed from the Walking Dead premiere for season 5. I just thought they were kind of fun, and I wanted to do one video all encompassing with all of them in it. So yeah, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, please do me a favor. Please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it. Please favorite it. If you're new and you want to get these videos every day in your subscriber feed, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is subscribe. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev saying peace.